G'day gang, Danny, how's it going folks? We're back in the World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic, actually in the Wrath of the Lich King pre-expansion patch.
Ishnu Daldiev.
Ishnu Daldiev. We are going to do a few more quests on our trip to level 68 so that we eventually can be ready for Wrath of the Lich King Classic when it launches, this month actually. Okay. Oh, what's that first thing? Oh, unidentified plants. Okay. Let's get the rest of the quests. Aikien's been telling me stories about what happened to him down in those caves, and I think it's just awful. You know, maybe we should do something to help out those poor Sporlocks. Aikien says that they live there in Fungal Cavern, but the marsh beasts have recently invaded. Why don't you go down there and see if you can clear some of those marsh beasts out? It's just to the southwest. To the southwest.
I must remember the light.
Soon after I escaped the Umbra Fen tribe, I holed up in a cave south of their village. Little did I know that the cave was being fought over by marsh beasts and spore men. I had to leave in a hurry and left behind a box containing my only worldly possessions. After managing to sneak out of Umbrafen with my belongings, it was terrible irony that I would lose them so soon after. If you're willing to bring them back to me, I'll give you one of my very own personal items. What do you say, Artraxius?
Peace for you.
Says peace for you, that's what he says.
You wish to speak?
Safeguarding the Watchers. In your travels, you might have encountered some of the expedition's Watchers. They do the majority of the fieldwork, documenting the unique inhabitants of the marsh, collecting samples, and making contact with sentient species. The safety of the Watchers is paramount, Paladin. We've had to recall the Watchers we sent to explore Fungal Cavern to the south because of marsh beast attacks. Warden Hamut believes that killing their leader, Lord Clack, will bring a swift end to the attacks.
Walk with the Earth.
Okay, and if this is your very first time seeing this particular series and you'd like to start at the beginning, you can click on the series playlist that's right up there on the top right, or you can click on the link that's in the description. Now, we have another area over here, but we've got some dealings to be done way down south. So I actually think we'll go south because of two reasons. One, quests. Two, a little further south takes us into this zone. Wait, this zone. And in this zone is where the city is. And when I go to the city, I might have a way, perhaps, to get back to Stormwind City, or a very quick way of getting back there anyway. And once I get there, I probably will have some abilities to learn now that we're level 63, plus the fact that the pre-expansion patch is here, which has obviously changed some things up. If you saw the last episode, you know that things are moving a little bit quicker now. I'm not having to sit around and drink so much. But before we do that, we'll go and do this quest, because then I'll just Hearthstone back, and we can get back to Scenario Refuge and I can hand in. So it looks like there's a path over here. Some sort of path anyway. Here we go. Also in between the last episode and this one, I spent a little bit of time working on my mining and blacksmithing. So now I could actually mine stuff that we see, which is nice. Looks like somebody else just came this way. Maybe a DK, because they're about now. So things are a little bit different insofar as I no longer have to I no longer need to use Seal of Wisdom Now I'll just get this guy down. Yeah, I no longer need to use a seal and then use judgment immediately after. I can just have a seal on, and you can see up the top there, 30 minutes. It lasts for 30 minutes. Of course, if I want to switch between them, I can do that. But I think the tendency is that I'll probably stay on Seal of Righteousness while I'm DPSing, and then when the mana gets a little bit low, then I'll switch to Seal of Wisdom to regenerate. I can also use Exorcism anytime I want. Although it has got a cast now. So the last episode actually was a live stream, and it went for about 2 hours. This obviously is just going to be a video. It's not streamed, but throughout this month, when I have time, I probably will do a live stream here and there to continue this series. Try to give me a little bit more time to work on getting where we need to get to. That's IKN's belongings. Let's grab those. What about if I just crack it open and have a look for myself? Crack it open and just, you know, take something for myself. I gotta find Lord Clack. Lord Clackety Clack. Nice. Beautiful. Fantastic. Now, notice when I use my Hand of Freedom, it didn't remove my buff, which is nice. Because I believe previously, whenever I used it, it would remove that and I have to rebuff. And my Avenger's Shield now interrupts, which is also nice. Lord Clackety Clack's down there. Let's take the jump. Oh, here they come. Lord Clack's down. Although I've still got that habit of every once in a while hitting my seal button. Just so used to having to reapply a seal. This is my current spec. I'll leave it up there for a little bit. I know somebody had asked what I was using. So it's pretty much all protection, but I've got 2 in retribution, which I started working on. Pretty much all there. No, you don't. Also, Righteous Fury. Once you pop it on, it's on. You don't need to worry about reapplying it. Funny, I've got Improved Devotion Aura, but I'm not using Improved Devotion Aura. I should really use that. But I gotta say, I do love the evolution. It's not quite retail Paladin. I've still got to worry about my mana there. I can't just go all out. Well, I could, I guess. But I still am conscious about it. But it's not so slow that we have to take long breaks between encounters. So I'm just mousing over each ability, each talent rather, so that you can confirm. And I'll roll it down here to the next part. We got 7 more martial lurkers to take care of. And it's cool that I can just switch from Seal of Wisdom to Seal of Righteousness, you know? Fill that bar up and then continue on. Okay, so what are we up to? Ardent Defender. Got Holy Shield, Sacred Duty. And you can see the amount of points that I've popped into each one. Spiritual Attunement, I have 1 at the moment. Readout. Combat Expertise, 3. Avengers Shield 1. Touched by Light, 3. Shield of the Templar, 3. Judgment of the Just, 1. And Hammer of the Righteous. Which is this ability right here. Which is that very loud ability. Which I believe between this and Retail got a lot quieter. That's by no means the best spec out there, the most efficient spec, it's just what I chose. I think a lot of the items that I've got here, I've got that increase in spell power, mana regeneration. So I've been trying to take anything that I can find with spell power, and that I feel like has done a good job. Getting me more damage. Whereas prior to this, I was just anything with strength and stamina. Yep, that'll do. So 8 out of 10. I've got 6 out of 10 on the unidentified plant parts. I just need 2 more lurkers. There's 1 here. Oh, there's 1 there too. Cool. I'm actually quite surprised we haven't run into any Death Knights yet. Probably too busy running AVs or something. If you can get on a realm, well, you can find like lots of activity in the battlegrounds, lots of AVs. Ultra-Rank Valley rewards quite a bit of XP for a win. I did a fair few on a different character on the way up to level 60. Not bad, not bad when it actually pops. Okay, I don't think it really matters too much about the plants. As we quest around the area, I'm sure we'll just end up getting those anyway. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to go to Shattrath City. Shatrathi. And then we'll make our way from there to Stormwind, because I don't believe there's class trainers in Shattrath City. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're there. First aid is almost maxed out. Cooking is nowhere near it. Blacksmithing and mining's got a bit of work to do. Fishing, forget about it. Forget about fishing. I don't know, I think at this point I'm too far ahead, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit down and do a billion casts. Too much casting. The Terrace of Light. The light shooting up to the sky. A lot of quests around here too. Oh, there's a flight path. Hang on. Let's make sure we tag this guy. New flight path discovered. Okay, so... here we go, that's the cities. Oh, what's this guy's quest? It's level 65. What's this all about?
How are you?
Oh, welcome to Shattrath City, Paladin. This might be the one place in all of Outland where you'll find any semblance of safety. A group of Naaru known as the Shattar drove the demons away from here. If you've never met a Naaru, you ought to see Adal inside the Terrace of Light. The leader of the Shattar is an awe-inspiring sight if I ever saw one. Sure is a change of pace from anything else in this bleak land.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Adal. They're having a giggle over there. Oh, hey, Khadgar, what's going on, dude? You look a little different. Looking a little different there, fella. Back in the old days.
Well met.
The Naaru are wise beyond our understanding. I've learned more from Adal in the last 5 months than all the years I spent at the libraries of Dalaran. Man, you had a full face change. I guess you used some sort of magic.
Be careful.
To make yourself look a little different. Anyway. There's a city here. A soothing light fills you as you approach the Naaru. Slow musical chimes echo within your mind. And though a word is not uttered, you feel an assurance of safety. You are welcome in Shattrath City. The light that filled your senses as you approached Adal intensifies as you address him. Melodic chimes continue to ring within your head. You are safe here. Do not burden Adal with mundane questions, human. This being's will is all that keeps our enemies from crushing this city.
Greetings.
The Naaru are wise. Do not burden Adal with petty inquisitions, Paladin. That just might be the most powerful being you have ever come face to face with. You do not look familiar. I suppose you want to learn about the city? You'll have to excuse me if I don't give you a tour myself, but I'm a bit busy discussing strategy with Adal. Perhaps you'll find a summoned servant acceptable in my stead? Excellent.
Light bless you.
Show our guests around Shattrath, will you? Keep an eye out for pickpockets in the lower city. Follow me, stranger. This won't take long. Better not. I ain't got time to be following this thing all around town. I got talents and skills I gotta learn. I got spells. This guy doesn't care. Doesn't give a damn. She's laughing. She knows it doesn't give a damn. Khadgar himself is showing you around. You must have made a good impression, Atraxius. Doesn't quite go as fast as my run speed, and it doesn't go as slow as my RP speed, my walking speed. You got something to say? Oh, okay, you're talking to me in my brain, are you? Shattrath was... hang on. Let me read what you're saying. Shattrath was once the Draenei capital of the world. Its name means dwelling of light. When the Burning Legion turned the Orcs against the Draenei, the fiercest battle was fought here. The Draenei fought tooth and nail, but in the end, the city fell. The city was left in ruins and darkness until the Shattar arrived. Let us go into the lower city. I will warn you that as one of the only safe havens in Outland, Shattrath has attracted droves of refugees from all wars, current and past. Everyone's having a giggle. They all seem to be having a good time. Bunch of netherwing drakes. Which if you feel like going out to Shadowmoon Valley all the way over there, doing a bunch of quests, collecting a whole stack of eggs, gonna unlock those. A newcomer to Shattrath. Make sure to drop by later. We can always use a hand with the injured. They were drawn to the ruins of Shattrath City, where a small remnant of the Draenei priesthood conducted its rites inside a ruined temple on this very spot. The priesthood, known as the Aldor, quickly regained its strength as word spread that the Naaru had returned, and reconstruction soon began. The ruined temple was now used as an infirmary for injured refugees. Good old Farmer Griffith with his sheep. Got bird people over here. Sketty's outcast. Be mindful what you say. This one's being shown by Khadgar's pet. Are you joking? I'm a scryer. I always watch what I say. More enemies than allies in this city, it seems. Where you taking me, buddy? We going back? No, we're going this way. Oh, where other people are being shown around too. It is nice that this pre-expansion patch has brought back a lot of people on one particular, oh actually two of the servers. It's like a 3 hour wait to get into the game. It's crazy. But on servers like this, it's not so bad. Can always get back in. It's on medium at the moment. Medium to high. Aldor Anchorite, light be with you, Atraxius, and welcome to Shattrath. It wouldn't be long, however, before the city came under attack once again. This time the attack came from Illidan's armies. A large regiment of Blood Elves had been sent by Illidan's ally, Kalthus Sunstrider, to lay waste to the city. As a regiment of Blood Elves crossed this very bridge, the Outlaws, Exarchs and Vindicators lined up to defend the Terrace of Light, but then the unexpected happened. The Blood Elves laid down their weapons in front of the city's defenders. Their leader, a Blood Elf known as Voronthal, stormed into the Terrace of Light and demanded to speak to Adal. As the Naaru approached him, Voronthal kneeled before him and uttered the following words. I've seen you in a vision, Naaru. My race's only hope for survival lies with you. My followers and I are here to serve you. Right. So Illidan and Kael'thas sent a whole bunch of Blood Elves in, and they became the Scryers, I guess. He's going to point those out to me. The defection of Voronthal and his followers are the largest loss ever incurred by Kael's forces, and those weren't just any Blood Elves. Many of the best and brightest amongst Kael's scholars and magisters had been swayed by Voronthal's influence. The Naaru accepted defectors, who would be known as the Scryers. Their dwelling lies in the platform above. Only those initiated with the scries are allowed there. Scryer Arcanist, we're rather selective of who we befriend, Artraxius. You think you have what it takes? I don't know, actually. So, one of the things about BC was you could choose between this faction or the faction he's probably about to take us to, known as the Aldor, which are all Draenei, I believe. Which is interesting, because you got your Draenei and you got your Blood Elves, who were both introduced in this expansion. The Aldor are followers of the light, and forgiveness and redemption are values they understand. However, they found hard to forget the deeds of the Blood Elves while under Chaos command. Many of the priesthood had been slain by the same magisters who now vowed to serve the Naaru. They were not happy to share the city with their former enemies. The Aldor's most holy temple and its surrounding dwellings lie on the terrace above. As a holy site, only the initiated are welcome inside. The attacks against Shattrath continued, but the city did not fall, as you can see. On the contrary, the Naaru, known as Ziri, led a successful incursion into Storm Shadow Moon Valley, Illidan's doorstep. There he continues to wage war on Illidan with the assistance of the Aldor and the Scryers. The two factions have not given up on their old feuds though. Such is their animosity that they vie for the honor of being sent to assist the Naaru there. Each day the decision is made there by Adal. The armies gather here to receive Adal's blessing before heading to Shadow Moon. Khadgar would be ready to see you again. Just remember that to serve the Shatar, you will most likely have to ally with the Aldor or the Scryers, and seeking the favor of one group will cause the others dislike. Good luck, stranger, and welcome to Shattrath City. What's Lady Liadrin say? Where is she? Oh, there she is. There's a bit of dialogue going on over here. Can I find that? General Tirasalan, why do you suffer the presence of this despicable Lady Liadrin? She and her followers distort the light and make a mockery of all we stand for. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Adal. I know many of your allies despise me and my knights for our treatment of Muru. When he was given to us by Prince Kael'thas, we believed his power would help us lead our people into a new age. I've come to realize our path was a false one. We were betrayed by the man we called our prince. In his lustful power, he sent the Fellblood to attack us and to spirit Meru away to the Sunwell. I don't understand. You and Muru knew all along that this would occur? Adal says, it wasn't I who foretold it, but Velen the Draenei. Silvery Moon, washed in blood, led astray into the night, armed with the sword of broken light, broken, then betrayed by one, standing there bestride the sun. At darkest hour redemption comes, in knightly lady sworn to blood. I see it clearly now. I renounce my loyalties to House Sunstrider and its false prince. I pledge the blades of my blood knights to the defeat of Kil'jaeden and the restoration of Silvermoon. We will fight beside you, Adal. Show our guests around Shattrath, would you? Keep an eye. Oh, we already said that? Okay. Adal, the Battle of the Sunwell is but the first step of our new path. Lady Liadrin, Shattrath is open to you and all who follow you. All right.
King's honor, friend.
I hope you learned a thing or two about Shattrath, Artraxius. It might take some time for things to sink in. What are you trying to say, mate? You're trying to say that I don't understand? I've heard your name spoken in whispers, mate. Who are you? I am Khadgar, former apprentice to the fallen guardian Medivh. I'm sure you've heard his name before. It was I who discovered that Medivh had been possessed by the evil one, Sargeras, and that he had opened the dark portal between this world and Azeroth. Though I honored my master, I was forced to slay him and put his tortured soul to rest. Go on, please. I fought alongside Lord Anduin Lothar as we drove the Horde from our lands on Azeroth. As the heir of Medivh's legacy, I could do no less. When the call finally came to invade this grim world and put an end to the Orcs' evil forever, I stepped forward, along with my friends Turalyon, Ilaria, Danath, and Círdan. I see. My comrades and I called ourselves the Sons of Lothar, in honor of the greatest, most selfless man we ever knew. We gave our all to defeat Ner'zhul and end his madness. As this doomed world fell apart around us, we shattered the dark portal to prevent any further harm befalling our beloved Azeroth. What did you do then? Trapped in this broken wasteland, we did our best to survive. Over time, we sensed that a new evil was closing in around us from the Twisting Nether, more foul than the Dark Orcs. It was the Burning Legion itself that sought to take hold of this Outland. What happened next? While my comrades held the line against the encroaching darkness, I used my magic to reach out into the great dark beyond. There I sensed beings of immense light, of unfathomable purity. It was Adal and his Naru I had found. It was nothing short of a miracle. I see. Khadgar grins to himself. I convinced Adal and his brethren to return here with me. I believe that only their power can drive the Legion from this universe, but as you will no doubt find, their power must first live in our hearts. To combat the darkness, we must become beacons of their eternal light. There was something else I wanted to ask you. No, that's it.
For the Alliance.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. We can choose to join the Aldor Scryers there, but I'm going to leave that alone for now. In fact, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if we're going to have to even worry about it. Now, I've made my way back here, so we can go and make our way to the Cathedral Square. You'll also notice that there is now a Stormwind Harbour. Dwarves or something knocked this out, and they built it all up, which will be an area that'll be used during Wrath of the Lich King. But it might not be the place I use, because I have heard there's two areas you can start in. I believe it's the Borean Tundra and the Howling Fjord. And I'm thinking I'm going to go to Howling. And I don't remember. It's been such a long time. I did start there when I first played Wrath of the Lich King. I thought the boat left from here. But I've been told that the boat might actually leave from Menethil Harbour. So we might end up going out that way. But we shall see. Now we've come here to talk to the trainer, just to see if there's any new abilities, skills, spells that we can learn.
You need something?
Oh, interestingly,
Light bless you.
You can purchase a dual specialization, dual talent specialization, so you can switch somewhat easily between specs. So it could be protection, and then without having to respec, I can just simply use that and then become the Retribution Paladin or something. But it costs 1,000 gold and I don't have anywhere near that amount, so we'll leave that alone for now.
Friend.
Besides, I'm pretty happy with protection. So we do have a whole bunch of things to learn. So Redemption level 5. And I don't think it's going to automatically update, but I noticed that you can now do choose to show all spell ranks or hide it. So you can always just get the most recent one. Or somewhat easier anyway, you don't have to go diving through it all. Through 15 pages looking for it. Holy Light, rank 10. So I'll just get them all. Hand of Reckoning is my taunt. It's the actual taunt button. Blessing of Kings. Greater Blessing of Kings. Shadow Aura. Judgment of Wisdom. So this is interesting. I've been using Judgment of Light. What's this do? Judgment unleashes the energy of a spell. Seal spell to judge an enemy for 20 seconds, giving each attack a chance to restore 2% of base mana. Oh, okay. So why would I use... Right, okay. So instead of having to pop the wisdom or the seal of mana or whatever, seal of wisdom, and then break it using just judgment, I now just straight up have a judgment of wisdom. Whereas this one, granting attacks made against the judged enemy a chance of healing the attacker. Right, so I didn't actually read that properly. This actually heals you. Okay. And this one. This is the one. Ah, okay, so that's my Seal of Justice, but it's now Judgment of Justice, because the Seal of Justice doesn't prevent them from running away, which I thought was different, but it does have a chance of stunning. But this is the one that's going to stop them from running away for 20 seconds once you actually utilize it. Okay. And we got a Crusader Aura, which means we've got 20% increase to our mounted speed, even more so than our epic mounted speed, so that's nice. Which will appear over here. Okay.
Careful.
So let's make sure we get all this stuff on before we move out, because I know I'll just forget. So Hand of Reckoning should be here somewhere. So I won't be using that. Oh, it does actually cause damage if the target... Oh, okay. Taunts the target to attack you, and it also does damage. I did not know that. So that's actually worthwhile having on there. Let's move that over there. Where am I going to put all these judgments, though? That's what I'm wondering. So Hand of Reckoning, yes. Blessing of Kings. So Blessing of Kings is new. New to us, anyway. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with these, because I've got 3 different types now. Seal of Lights over here. What are we up to? So Blessing of Kings. Where is Blessing of Kings? Where are you, Blessing of Kings? I'm looking for a helmet. Here it is. So we got Blessing of Kings. Well, I guess I could really rearrange this stuff. I don't really need to have all that there. So we got and Greater Blessing of Kings. That one lasts for 30 minutes. That's the big one. Okay, so Blessing of Kings, Shadow Resistance Aura's gone up. We got our Wisdom, we got our Justice. So yeah, how do I do this? I mean, if I want to maintain... I guess Seal of Justice is something I probably wouldn't use as often. I would just use this when needed. I don't need that there. Same with this, because it's a 30-minute buff. This is going to be interesting, actually, how I utilize judgments. I'm probably going to have to totally rearrange the way I've got all my buttons. Okay, anyway. Let's go 20% faster, eh? 20% faster. Well, while we're here, let's just go over there before we Hearthstone out of here. Go over there as so far as you can see what the harbour looks like now. So our mounted flying speed was 150%, I think. So we got 170% maybe? Maybe? Alright, so there's your harbour. Boat to Darnassus, not Darnassus, but Menethil, Orbadine. Over there. Ooh! Big old statue of a lion. There's one of the boats that looks like it's seaworthy. Enough to take you to the Colds and Northrend. We've got some other boats over there. And I think one which will go to the Borean Tundra might be over there. Might be this one.
Good day to you.
Is there a guy at the end that'll say, speak to that?
Greetings. Farewell.
No? Okay. Well, anyway, eventually we'll probably make our way back to the docks in the next expansion. For now, let's go back to where we were supposed to be. Scenario and Refuge. We've got a couple of quests to hand in. So I didn't get too much in the way of experience today, but did a little exploration, got some skills sorted out, some talents sorted out. Now we've got a Crusader aura. I'll have to fix up my buttons as well, as you can have a look. As you can see on the screen, you can just see buttons everywhere. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna use and how I'm gonna use it.
Greetings. May the stars guide you.
Good. Those marsh beasts have no right to invade the home of the Sporlocks. It would be better if these creatures would learn to live in harmony. But when that's not possible, we'll be here to take care of that situation. Here, please take one of these as thanks for your help. I'll take the plate. Oh, I want to take the plate armor. That's a lot of sockets. That's a lot of sockets. I'll take it. Gonna lose that spell power, but maybe this jewel that I can pop in there. That'll give me that spell power.
The sharp delight.
Must not give up.
Did you find my belongings, Artraxius? The cave is not far from Umbrafen, near the border with Nagrand. My things, they're all here. I thank you, Artraxius. As promised, I'll let you pick out one of the items for yourself. I don't have much to offer, but my people have always shared what little we have. Spell power boots. I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Luck to you.
The winds guide you.
You have my gratitude, Artraxius, and that of the Watchers. They will be heartened to hear that they can continue their work to the south without fear of attack.
Ancestors watch over you.